Humanity is transitioning out of a money-based economy, which is a distorted energetic construct, towards a money-free culture where all of our needs will be abundantly provided for in ways we cannot even imagine at this point. At present, our lives are based on meeting our subsistence needs, namely shelter, food, warmth, clothing, etc. And there's very, very little time and energy available for that amazing fuller expression of the greatness that is pent up inside all of us in this physical form that we're living in present. Guys, things are changing rapidly. With regard to the monetary system, I believe that it will evolve over a few years to allow humanity to become accustomed to the incredible abundance and positive abundant energy flows which are coming our way. I believe that we definitely cannot eliminate money overnight, nor can we transform the way humanity views money too rapidly, as this will shift people out of their current debt-based paradigm far too quickly, which is going to cause way more harm than good. So in order to allow people time to adjust to the new energy, this new energy of abundance, love, peace, tranquility, which is coming, guys, we're going to need to take things quite slowly. I just want to give you a little bit of background first of all. The bank gangsters, guys, created a fraudulent money system in the early 1900s, which is through inflation, fractional reserve banking, and other nefarious practices, stolen all the real wealth from humanity. In order to lessen the shock and to allow people to gradually expand their consciousness, I believe that the process to restore abundance to humanity will have to be a very, very gradual evolution, which I think will probably unfold as follows. The first thing is obviously all currencies will have to be asset-backed. Then what's going to happen is there's a fixed number of gold and silver coins will be minted. Very important to note that no more will ever be minted in each country. So it's going to be a fixed amount of coins for the rest of time. So people will then also be supported and encouraged to no longer work to just survive, but will rather be encouraged to do exactly what they love in an environment where we're all going to be encouraging, supporting, and an amazing environment of community as well. So as more and more people work collectively towards the betterment of humanity and everybody does what they love, as you can imagine, productivity is just going to skyrocket. And as this productivity continues to improve and to skyrocket, and of course the money supply is always going to remain constant, we're going to begin to experience massive deflation at levels that are going to basically boggle the mind. And as prices continue to drop exponentially and production continues to explode because of everyone's encouraged to do what they love, we'll eventually no longer even require money. So I can hear you imagining or asking, so how long is all this going to take? This transformation, guys, is not going to take centuries, but I do believe that it's going to take perhaps a decade to allow people to grow energetically towards accepting this new positive energetic paradigm. This is a massive shift in consciousness. So my prediction, let's have a look at my prediction in the next sort of, let's call it short term, 3 to 12 months. In more practical terms, everyone, guys, is going to receive money very, very soon. How are we going to receive this money? Well, as you can imagine, it's right for everyone to have the energy, money at this time, to create everything that they need to survive, and not only survive, but to thrive. So a great example of how far down the road we are towards living in this new, amazing, energetic place of love, joy, tranquility, and peace came last week when my bank manager called me to try to sell me life and short-term insurance. I immediately stopped him in his tracks. And when I stated that I was aware of all the changes that were coming, or asset-backed currencies, etc., and the introduction of an amazing new money transfer system which operates completely independently of banks. I think that system might be called the quantum financial system, but I'm not sure what they're going to call it. The bank manager was pretty shocked to hear that I knew about this, as he just attended training and was told that all of it is really, really top secret at the moment. So in a nutshell, what the bank manager told me, that he is aware of the new asset-backed currency, which is going to be backed by gold, and that the reason the bank was actually trying to sell all their customers life and short-term insurance was to give them a new or additional revenue stream, because they're very concerned about remaining profitable, as They can no longer abuse their clients with fractional reserve banking, and they're no longer going to have a monopoly on money transfers, loans, etc. So, guys, things are changing, and that's from the bank manager himself. I believe, guys, that money will be shared with humanity as follows, which is amazing, right? Each person over a certain age, I think probably 12, will receive a monthly payment to cover their basic living expenses. Guys, that is a human right. All current debt will be written off, guys, as you can imagine, as all of this debt was created out of thin air and was already settled out of your CQV trust years ago. Taxation will also be reduced to around 14%. It's only going to be a 14% general sales tax, which is going to be charged on new non-essential goods purchased only. And my amazing thing is free energy is going to become freely available, which will also eliminate all your energy bills. So can you see how much more disposable income you're going to have? Let's have a look at my predictions in the medium term, right? So in order to accelerate the redistribution of wealth and to help people grow into the new energy of abundance, which is all of our birthrights, I believe that there's going to be a select few highly evolved and conscious people who will receive greater amounts of money with the express aim that they become the stewards of Gaia, stewards of the Divine Mother's Trust, and that these funds will be deployed to help humanity to escape the imposed debt-based paradigm that the Kabbalah has imposed on us. These people will fund new forms of education. Can you imagine? It's going to be quantum-based educational systems. They're going to help finance the building of new means of transport. Guys, David Wilcox is already making anti-gravity craft for sale to individuals. They're going to help develop and expand the supply of free energy. Oh my word, there is so many different devices available to extract that those vacuum fluctuations and that 0-point energy. They're also going to support the creation of new ways of growing organic food and clothing that is not synthetic, that is natural, cottons, wool, etc. They're also going to support the introduction of new medical treatments. Guys, things like sonic healing. The medical profession is going to be completely transformed. Within the ascension journey, guys, I believe that we're all like snakes shedding our skins. I believe that we need to shed the skin of our ego and the skin of all the lies and mind control that's been deployed against us for millennia by the Cabal and the Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. Just remember, guys, that ascension is an internal journey. It's about you and your divinity. Everything you need is inside you right now. You don't need to learn anything. The focus is no longer on what others have or don't have, but rather that each person should focus on supporting others as far as possible. And they should also be supported and encouraged to become the best possible version of themselves. I believe in the medium term that money will remain a way for us to express our energy and a way for us to survive and thrive. But in the long term, I honestly believe that money is going to disappear altogether to be replaced by something which will be way more beneficial to us. And the way that this is going to work, it's pretty simple, is as money supply is going to stay constant, and because everybody's going to be encouraged to produce more, so everybody's going to be doing what they love, everybody is going to work as a community, and I'm going to strive every day to help everyone else to be the best possible version they can be. And in return, everybody else is going to strive to help me. What a beautiful will that we're actually going to be occupying. And because we're going to be living in such a supportive environment where everybody's going to be doing what they love, production is going to continue to explode. And of course, the money supply is going to remain constant. It's going to cause deflation. Prices are going to reduce so significantly that within a very short space of time, I believe that we'll no longer even be using money. There'll be amazing new technologies. It's basically, think about a 3D printer and add 1,000 or 2,000 years worth of technology onto that. It's called the replicator. Guys, we'll be able to make whatever we need. We'll no longer need money, etc. So literally, I want everybody to understand that things are moving along incredibly quickly. BRICS, for example, the BRICS countries, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, have already announced that we're all going to be creating an asset-backed currency. So each country is going to use, so there's going to be it's going to pool all the currencies. They're going to be asset-backed. Guys, can you imagine? Russia, for example, is already selling their oil for the ruble, which is already gold or asset or gold-backed. What that's going to do is Russia's no longer going to accept fiat currency. Saudi Arabia is joining. At this stage, I believe it's almost 3.2 billion people are going to have asset-backed currencies. Guys, what you're seeing evolve at the moment is what I believe is the emergency broadcast system. Previously, the petrodollar was imposed on us by the cabal. What's happening now is these 5 countries, these 5 BRICS countries, are forcing the rest of the world to actually follow and asset back all of their currencies as well. So very soon we're going to see a global currency reset where we're going to value all currencies equally. I also believe, based on GESARA, prices are going to go back down to 1955 prices. We're going to get a monthly payment to take care of our survival needs. The future for humanity is absolutely unbelievable.